Hi guys, welcome to my Q&A. As you know, around almost a month ago I said that I was going to be doing a Q&A video and I was going to start answering some questions that you guys have wanted to tell me, because I've never done a Q&A video before and loads of people have actually said to me, why don't you want to do a Q&A? You know, we want to ask some questions. So I thought, okay, I'll just get some questions out of the way. Now, for everyone who did throw in a question for me, thank you so much. I managed to get a really good total of 80. That's right, 80 questions in total, but I've cut it down to just 25 to choose the best questions, because some questions were a bit shite, some questions weren't even really questions, even though they tried to be questions, and some questions were just like yes and no answers. So I've chosen questions that I can actually explain some really good detailed answers, but I'm going to try and keep this as short as possible, guys, because I know with Q&As normally people like to waffle on about blah 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 blah. So I'm going to try and keep this as short and sweet as possible for you guys and try and answer the questions I can. Okay, so here we go. Right, so I've got my questions on my laptop, so here we go. So question one is, what made you want to start YouTube? Because I was bored. No, I'm joking. The reason I started YouTube was because, I was thinking about doing a YouTube channel for a while, but for some reason I never had anything to put on there. Like, I think from 2010, I remember I was like, oh, I want to start a YouTube channel, but I didn't really know what to put on there, nor did I actually have any videos that I wanted to upload on there. So I started a YouTube channel in 2012 because I was starting my media course in college back then, and also it was the right time for me to start a YouTube channel. So also I did have videos to upload. I had a couple of little projects and whatever, and you know, just a few random videos I put on there now and then, because I used to film a lot of animals and stuff. Like, I went to the zoo once and I filmed a bunch of animals, and my first actual videos are actually little animal clips. If you go right down the bottom of my YouTube channel, and you can see them. In fact, my turkey video is one of my most watched YouTube videos actually. And you know, I needed to start a YouTube channel because I needed to show off my film projects, and obviously I wanted to try and get into film, and obviously I wanted to show people that I do make films and show what I can do and everything. So I thought, okay, I will do one. So I've done one since then, and then I wasn't, 2012 I've put in a few little videos, and in 2013 I had a few little bits and bobs of projects, but then it was from 2014 onwards that I really started to make more films and more, you know, projects. And since then, as you've seen, I've become more active. Plus I've got my Reese's Random Review series that I started 2 years ago, and many film projects I've thrown in, plus a random video now and then just for a laugh. But you guys have seemed to have loved it, and since then, since I started on YouTube as well, I only started with literally 15 subscribers, and then as I got active in 2014, it reached from 15 to about 45, and it's stuck on 45. And then as soon as I came to uni nearly 2 years ago, it's gone from 45 now to nearly 160 subscribers, and I'm so happy with that. So I am up to nearly 160 subscribers, so thank you very much, guys. Okay, so I hope that's answered your question. Number two is, who are your favourite YouTubers? Right, well, I have quite a lot, and I'm actually friends with some YouTubers as per se. So, you know, whoever is a YouTube friend of mine, I'm sure you know who you are. You are definitely my YouTube subscribers. My favourite YouTube subscribers, sorry. You know, I might as well list a few, so maybe you can subscribe them yourself. So, favourite YouTubers, Chris Stuckman is the famous movie review YouTuber. I love Chris Stuckman. I watch nearly all of his videos because he's such a great movie reviewer. He's not a YouTube friend of mine, but I wish he was. But you know, he's a great YouTuber. I love Nostalgia Critic because he's just so hilarious. I never take him seriously. There's also Cinema Sins that I've subscribed to. I love Cinema Sins. It's really funny when he's a bit of a dick on every film, looks at all the possible mistakes. Blimey, there's a lot of YouTubers that I do like. Speaking of my friends for YouTubers, there's Sherry Bubble. I think that's her YouTube account. There's one of the actors who I know, Ryan McGregor, he's got a YouTube account. He's got a really good little footage of showreel. Magician Darren Delaney, he's got a really great YouTube channel on magician tricks. I know him. Oh, it's Kayla for blogs. Beth for blogs. What else is there? There's Happy TV. That's a good one. That's with over the top security videos. God, there's so many. I'm sorry that I can't list them all, because I do know so many YouTubers and I'm a fan of YouTube. So I can't really list them all. But if I had to pick a favourite, it probably will be Chris Stuckman. Because he is a great guy and he's my favourite YouTube on reviewing films. So yeah, it have to be Chris Stuckman. I can't really say too much. There's so much I can't see that. But you know who you are, people. You know I know you. I'm just trying to think if there's any more. Colour Technology. That's one. Serena. Arts and what's it called? Arts and Jolts. The slow-mo guys. I like the slow-mo guy. The two slow-mo guys when they do slow motion action. Was it curvy lips and show? I think it's called, which is a blog on stuff. I can't think. There's also that review Off the Shelf. There's too many. I have too many favourites. I'm so sorry. Chris Stuckman. We'll stick with Chris Stuckman. Anyway, number 3. Why do you love making films so much? Well, because making films is my life. I love making movies. You know, I've been making films since I was at a very young age. My mum and dad got me a little camcorder when I was a kid. And I used to go out and film on the lakes and film ducks and geese and everything, and swans. I used to love filming a lot when I was a kid. And obviously I was into animation and I was into documentaries. Like when I was a kid, I used to watch a lot of David Attenborough, and I still watch David Attenborough. I'm a huge David Attenborough fanatic. I watch documentaries more than I watch cartoons, but it was kind of documentary that made me want to get into film. Because originally I didn't want to become a filmmaker. I wanted to become the next David Attenborough and go out and travel the world, because I love animals, you see. I'm a huge animal lover as well, so I wanted to explore the natural world like he does. But then filming got more into my prospects, and then of course I started to get into script writing and writing a lot of stories. My mum even said that I wrote a lot of stories when I was a kid. She used to call me Charles Dickens as a joke, because I used to read a lot of Charles Dickens when I was a kid. I read a lot of Stephen King now. In terms of books, and also like how to make films and stuff like that. I read books like that. So I love making films because I know that I can do it, and I know it's my passion, really. So it's not just also something that I want to do, it's a hobby of mine, you know. It's something that I love doing, and it's something that I enjoy, and it's something that I want to do, because I know that I can come up with really original, crazy, funny, epic, great stories. So yeah, that's the answer. It's a great question though, I love it. This is a great question. What's the best short film you have made and why? Well, my favourite short film I've made so far, up till now, has got to be, I'd probably say Nerves of Stealing, which was my superhero film that I made last year. Which was part of a 48-hour superhero challenge. I went back home to Milton Keynes, which is where I'm from, and Charlie sent me a text and says, do you want to start this 48-hour superhero film challenge? And I was like, I'd love to, because I think that would be a really good you know, I think that would be really good to take part in. And so we took part in the competition, and we made the film in 48 hours. But I loved the script and the idea, because I think it was one of the funniest scripts I'd ever written, because it's about a superhero and a super villain in a way. They confront each other, but they don't do anything. They fight, but they don't fight. They just argue. And we thought that would be hilarious to do. We thought, wouldn't it be funny if they just bumped into each other and then they just started arguing for literally the whole film, and it just goes completely wrong. And luckily, out of the 6 films, it came 3rd place. So we were very close to winning, but we came 3rd. So I was really proud of that and was really happy. And it became one of my most successful YouTube videos ever, because it's got 14 likes, and it got 400 views in such a quick amount of time. It was amazing. And you can check it out now on my YouTube channel. So that's my favourite short film so far. Do you have any short films coming soon? Yes, I do. 10th of April, it's part of the Sci-Fi Challenge. It's called Dodo. I've got my actors, I've got an idea for it, and we're just looking for the locations for where to film. But we generally know what we're going to do with this movie, well, short film, and we start shooting on the 8th of April and we finish it on the 10th. I'm really looking forward to showing you guys that film, so please keep an eye out for that, guys. 10th of April on my YouTube channel. So yeah, there you go. But also I've got a lot of other short films coming in the way, but I'll discuss that when they come nearer the time. I don't really want to say anything in case they don't get made, but just keep an eye out, guys. But yeah, 10th of April. What keeps you motivated on YouTube? I think it's just you guys. You know, when you guys comment and you like my videos and it shows that you guys do enjoy them, I just want to keep going and showing you as many as I can, because I have loads of random review ideas. I've got loads of short film projects I want to show you. I just love to entertain everybody. That's pretty much what I like to do. So yeah, it's basically to entertain you wonderful people. So there you go. Where do you find the inspiration for your videos? Well, if it's a short film, I watch other movies, I go out in London and explore, get some ideas. I watch Monty Python in terms of my comedy ideas. God, inspiration for my films. I mean, honestly, there's so much I can say. I mean, sometimes I just read a newspaper and I have an idea, or sometimes I, watch another film like Stanley Kubrick's movies and get inspired. Or, I mean, 2001 actually, 2001: A Space Odyssey was an inspiration for my little sci-fi film that I'm working on in April. So, yeah, other movies for my short films, and obviously exploring and going outside and thinking of ideas. For random reviews, I just watch other movies and think that one needs to be reviewed, basically. And if there's a question that people wanted to ask about it, or there's something that I want to throw in about it. So yeah, basically other movies are the big influential for that. But I'll talk more about my random reviews soon, because there is another question about that, but the answer will come. But that's my inspiration. What are some of your goals you have set for yourself within the next year? Well, next year I hope to finish uni very well, you know, because it's my last year in uni, so I hope to succeed very well. I hope to be working with an industry, or at least getting as much work experience as I can. I actually just recently finished some work experience with Well Bites. I just recently made a documentary with them. If you type in Pitchfork, the morning after pill, it's on there. Please give that a watch, because I was the cinematography for that. And also, what was the question again? My goal set for next year. Make as many films as possible. That's what I always say. Every year I always say make as many films as possible to get a big portfolio on my YouTube channel, so people can look at that and think, blimey, he loves filming. He's so passionate about it. If you live anywhere in the world, where would it be and why? I don't know, because, well, if I could live anywhere in the world, I suppose it'd probably be on a nice tropical island where I can enjoy the beach. But I suppose if I had to choose, it'd probably have to be somewhere where I can do my film work job, maybe Hollywood, Los Angeles. I mean, I am planning to go to Los Angeles later this year with my friends, with Charlie, the guy who's always on my YouTube videos. So maybe if I take a look at Los Angeles, maybe I'll think about moving there. I don't know. But I don't know. I mean, I've never really thought about living anywhere else in the world. I mean, I used to go to Spain a lot when I was a kid. Maybe Spain. I don't know. Yeah. Probably Spain. Yeah. I'll go for Spain. Oh, here's a good question. Do you have a girlfriend or are you single? I do have a girlfriend. I've been with my girlfriend for nearly 4 years this year. She is a wonderful, amazing girlfriend. I met her in 2013. We were friends for 2 months and then I asked her out, and since then we've been dating. And she's very, like, she makes me laugh. I make her laugh. And also as well, she's a very massive horror film fanatic. We watch so many horror films. We're a couple that are romantic, but we don't watch Love Actually or Bridget Jones or any chick flicks. We watch horror movies. Like one time on Valentine's Day, we ended up watching all the Friday the 13th films. And on our 1-year anniversary, we watched all the Scream movies. That is what we're like. We love horror movies and stuff. So yeah. But yes, I do have a girlfriend. So yeah, thank you for that question. That's a really good question. At least you know now. What type of camera do you have? It is a Nikon DSLR. I'm actually using it right now. It's got good quality. I mean, for years I used my old little camcorder for films, but obviously as I started uni, people started complaining that my films didn't have great quality to it and everything, which is understandable because that camera I've had since 2011, I think, or 2012. So yeah, I did need to get a new camera. So I got my Nikon DSLR that my mum got me for Christmas, which I asked for, which is the only present I wanted from her, and she got it for me, and she's amazing because now I've got my camera. So not only do I have the best girlfriend in the world, I also have the best mum in the world, and also I've got a microphone for it and everything. So yeah. Hello! But yeah, I'd be using that for my films, and since then the quality looks brilliant, so there you go. I mean, the focus can sometimes be a bit annoying because sometimes when I try and focus it, I sometimes look a bit blurry. Like in my random reviews, I look a little bit blurry, so I do apologise for that. So I'm working on it. What else? I'm trying to find the question about now. Oh, here we go. What is your favourite YouTube video? Oh my fucking god. So, sorry, didn't mean to swear, sorry. sorry. Oh shit, I said fuck. Oh shit, I said fuck. Sorry. What is my favourite YouTube video? I mean, it's a big question to ask because there's like a million, billion, zillion YouTube videos. I suppose I could say what favourite type of YouTube videos I love. Well, like I said, I love movie reviews. I love vlogs, depending on how good they are and if they're funny and if there's good quality and if they're interesting. I like, sometimes I watch the news, like sometimes I look on the news to see what updates are on, you know, what happens around the world. I do love watching arguments on YouTube, like people in the public arguing. That's a bit of a guilty pleasure. I love watching actors' interviews, funny show clips like Jimmy Kimmel, David Letterman, James Corden, stuff like that. So sometimes I watch a music video now and then. I'm not really a fan of music videos, but I do watch movie soundtracks because movie soundtracks are my favourite types of music. You know, like John Williams, James Horner, Hans Zimmer, you know, stuff like that. So that's kind of like my favourite videos that I like to watch. I do like to watch really funny ones as well, like really silly ones. Sometimes I like to watch old clips from old comedies, movie clips, scenes from films, so I can comment and say what I loved about that scene, what I didn't love about that scene. You know, just stuff like that really. So basically those are my favourite types of YouTube videos, but I can't say which is my #1 exact favourite because, apologies there guys, my camera got a little bit interrupted there, so I'll carry on. So I'll do the question again. So what is your favourite movie? My favourite movie is The Shining, because I love The Shining. It's a very fantastic piece, masterpiece film. Stanley Kubrick did the best film I think ever. Also, my second favourite film that he done as well was A Clockwork Orange. So that's my actual second favourite movie. You know, yeah, The Shining is my number one favourite. I love The Shining. I think it's a fantastic movie. I love it. I love The Shining. So yeah, there you go. That's my favourite movie. I've said it quite a lot that it's my favourite film in other previous videos, so I don't really have too much to say. But the reason it's my favourite is because it just holds a lot of questions. Not many people quite understand how Stanley Kubrick wanted it to be, how he wanted it to do. You know, like, he didn't really want to follow the book. He just wanted to make it his own version. So yeah, that's why I love it. But there's other reasons as well, but I don't want to brag too much about it because just now my camera got interrupted, so I better finish this as quickly as possible. But yeah, The Shining is my favourite movie, so thank you for asking. What is your favourite movie genre? Black comedies. Black comedies are my favourite movie genre because I love darkness and I love comedy, and the fact that you can put them together is genius. I have a lot of favourite black comedies. In fact, I'm actually going to do a top 10 best black comedies as my next video, actually. So yeah, so I will tell you what my favourite black comedy is when you see that video, so I'm not going to say until then. But yes, black comedies are my favourite genre. What is the hardest film or project you have ever worked on? Wow. There's been a lot. There's been a lot of hard projects. Like, okay. I'd say the hardest project I've ever worked on is probably my first ever university film, because we had to travel to a shop, we didn't finish till late at night, we had to carry so much equipment through London, and not just that as well, I didn't really get on with a person in my group, and because he was really horrible to me, and it was just, and also the actress who was meant to be in the film turned us down at the last minute. So yeah, it was a bit of a shit film to work on. Oh, I hated it. It's got to be the worst project I've ever worked on. So there you go. I'm just trying to find my question now. Oh yeah. Do you plan another feature film in the future? Because I loved Cold Street. Ah, thank you. Well, you know who you are who's asked that question. I don't really want to say. Like, I do have ideas for another big film that I've done, because I've done Big Crime in a Small Town and I've done Cold Street. Both films were massively successful, by the way. But yeah, I don't really want to say if I am or not, in case it doesn't get made. But all I can say is never say never. So there you go. But that's a great question. Thank you for that one. Do you have any brothers or sisters? Yes, I have two brothers, one older one and one younger one. My oldest one is living with his girlfriend, and he works with my dad as a roofer. And my little brother is only, how old is he now? He's 5, I think. Is he 5? He'll be 6 this year. Yeah, my little brother will be 6 this year. Yeah, so I've got two brothers. Two awesome, annoying brothers. I'm the middle child, so that's cool. What is your who is your favourite movie director? Stanley Kubrick, hands down. In fact, check my video, top 10 best film directors. Scroll all the way down until you find it. You can see it there. You can see all my top 10 favourite film directors, but Stanley Kubrick, number one. Obviously, because he made the best films. I mean, come on, it's Stanley Kubrick, and he was controversial. You gotta love a little bit of controversy. What inspired you to do Reese's Random Reviews? Here we go. This is the question I wanted to answer. Right. Well, Chris Stuckman and the Nostalgia Critic inspired me to do my Reese's Random Reviews, because, you know, I mean, I didn't want to do a normal review series where a film comes out and I say, this sucks, this is brilliant, I rate it out of 10 at 9 or a 1 or whatever. I wanted to talk about films that are classics, but basically say to you why this film was made the way it was, what are the theories, maybe upcoming rumour films, like just lately I did one about Gladiator 2 because they're thinking about doing a sequel to that. I like to talk about films or rumours or questions that people can really interact with. Because it's not just a case of saying, I reviewed this, just tell me your thoughts. I want, you know, I like people to actually interact with my videos and say, this is actually really good, you've got a good point here, but also, etc., etc. Or, I don't really agree with you, but okay, you know, that sort of thing. But my random reviews are basically, because I've got autism, I see things from a different perspective. So basically I see things in my own way and I try and explain what I think it could be about. And then people actually are seeing this and thinking, oh, okay, that's what could be. You know, so yeah, basically that's what I like to do. So that's what inspired me. And my recent random reviews are doing very well. I'm actually very close to my 100th episode, actually. It's been nearly 2 years. I'm almost reached 100 already, I know. But I can't really squeeze in all my random reviews in just 1 year because I've got a busy life or I want to make other videos. And, you know, I do have a life outside of YouTube, so there you go. But when I do get the time, of course I throw in a video for you guys. You're legends. Who is your favourite actor and actress? Oh my god. Favourite actor or actress? Well, my favourite actor I probably would have to say is Liam Neeson. Because every performance he does, he's just fantastic. Yeah. I'm going to go with Liam Neeson on actor. For favourite actress... it will have to be probably what's her name? The woman who was in Ex Machina, Vladimir. Hang on a minute, I need to Google this. I do know her name. I swear I do. I just need to Google it because otherwise I'm going to look like a right tit. What is her name? What is her name? Alicia Vikander. She's my favourite actress because she's amazing with her performances. I loved her in Ex Machina, I loved her in The Danish Girl, and I loved her in Jason Bourne. She's fantastic. So yeah, she's actually one of my favourite actresses, I would definitely say. So yeah, cool. Right, let me just get back to my questions. Okay, so there you go. Next question is... where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? I always get this question. Hopefully, like I said, working in an industry, getting as much work experience as possible, hopefully gained more experience, becoming a script writer, you know, working somewhere, either as a runner, you know, because maybe I could start as a runner and then move myself forward, or hopefully someone will recognise my talent on YouTube and put me out there. There you know. Who knows? I might end up being a famous stand-up comedian, or people may want me to present, because I don't mind presenting either. I don't mind presenting, I don't mind acting, I don't mind directing, I don't mind, you know, pretty much other stuff like that. You know, that's what I like to do. So, keep an eye out, guys. Come on. There's talent right here. There's got to be a talent scout watching me right now. I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, next question. Have you met any famous people? Yes, I have. Danny Dyer is the first one that springs to mind. I met him at a book signing. I've also, about 2010, I bumped into Dermot O'Leary. He was doing a book signing, so I waved hello to him. And he said hi to me. Who else? Oh, I bumped into Jasmine Franks on the London Tube, who plays Esther Bloom in Hollyoaks, and she gave me 3 hugs and we got 2 selfies. Wonderful, down-to-earth lady. I actually met Hamish Patel, who plays Tanwar from EastEnders. I went to a film screening with him. I got a selfie with him. Lovely, lovely guy. He's got a big beard as well. Couldn't recognise him, he had a big beard. I've actually bumped into Chris Moyles as well in Leicester Square. Got a selfie with him. And I also bumped into Martin Treneman from Phone Shop and In-Betweeners. I bumped into him on the tube as well. And we had a nice little conversation as well. Really nice guy, really, really lovely guy. So yeah, I've met quite a few famous people. So, I've done quite well. Next question is, would you and Charlie ever like to have your own TV show? You both are funny in your videos. We would love to have our own TV show. In fact, do you know what? Me and Charlie have actually had our own radio show before in the past. I've actually used to do radio in the past, and I miss doing radio. But me and Charlie used to have a radio show. I mean, we've done everything together. And you know, that was great. And someone actually called us up and said that you two are like the new Ant and Dec. And I thought that was brilliant, because me and him, we are kind of like Ant and Dec, we're just not noticed yet. So if people could see us as like the new Ant and Dec, that would be great. Watch our movies, I'm sure you understand what we mean. We know we want to get out there, guys, we want to get noticed. Me and Charlie, but that's a great question. Of course we want our own TV show. Well, that's why we're making short films. We're trying to show how funny we are together. We're a duo. Okay, just 2 more questions to go, guys. What's your favourite TV show? Oh, Fargo. Fargo. Season 3 comes out next month. Bring on season 3. I love Fargo. I love it. It's got to be Fargo. It's Fargo. Next question is, what's your... Oh, this is the last question. I wanted to save this one because of Beauty and the Beast. So I thought this would be appropriate for the last question. What's your favourite Disney film? My favourite Disney film is quite tough because there's 2. There's Zootopia, or Zootropolis, and The Lion King. I mean, Lion King was my life when I was a kid. I mean, I loved watching Lion King. Huge part of my childhood. Brings so many memories every time I watch it. Zootopia I love because it was my favourite film of last year, and Disney had done such a fantastic story and message with that movie. So yeah, it's definitely those 2 I'd have to say together. I'm sorry, but I can't pick. They're just both so good. I love them. So yeah, there you go. And there you go, guys. I've finally done my Q&A. I finally completed it. I do apologise for the little interruption that happened between, but I kind of did brag a little bit, didn't I? Or what's the word? Waffle. So sorry about that, but that's what happens with Q&As. They just waffle a lot. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching my videos as always, and thank you so much for your questions. Whoever's question you heard from me, who I spoke out, I hope you guys are happy that I've answered your question. Thank you so much as well, guys, for watching this video and for watching all my videos. Please subscribe and comment if you haven't yet. And also, keep an eye out for more random reviews. Don't forget that my new next short film is coming out 10th of April, like I mentioned earlier. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for all the support. So I'll see you around.